now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
It's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out, man. We're going to do a recap on this Pooh, Shiesty, and Gucci Mane situation. Pooh Shiesty went to court today, and it seemed like they denied him his bond. Why did his father get a bond, man? Why did everybody else get a bond? Big 30, well, I guess he got a bond, but they kept him. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they want him to sit up in there and turn on Pooh Shiesty, man. This is all bad right here, man. This is all bad. This happened, 3-4 months ago? It took them 3 months to arrest Pooh Shiesty. It seemed like they want him. Whatever reason they want him, young, successful, definitely want him out the way, and they're using Gucci Mane to do it, man. Gucci said he's not dropping no statement. He's not giving up no statement. Well, he already got a statement, but he's not going to cooperate with them, and by them knowing that they really trying to keep him right now. They looking like, man, the only thing we got is these people that was involved. They said it was an off-duty officer, but he didn't see nothing. The lawyers came and said, where's this contract? There's no contract. I guess it was a contract that was supposed to be an exchange that Gucci was supposed to sign due to Pooh Shiesty and the goons pulling pistols, whatever they said they did, man. But where's that contract? That contract hasn't been presented. So that means they don't got no evidence. They just want this dude, man. We're going to get to this content. We're not going to wait and see what's going on. So Pooh Shiesty went to court today. Let's check this out. Let's go.
6:34 happening today. Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty is set to appear in federal court in Dallas following his recent kidnapping and robbery arrest. During today's detention hearing, we expect to learn if he will remain in custody following his arrest last week. 9 men, including Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is Lontrell Williams Jr., and Memphis rapper Big 30 have been charged in connection. Authorities say the group orchestrated a violent ambush on January 10th after luring victims to Texas for a business meeting.
Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Earlier this week, Pooh Shiesty's dad made bond under the condition he stays in Texas. We will be following that court appearance today, and of course, we'll let you know what happens.
All right, where's this contract at, man? We haven't seen this contract, and they say when the feds watch you, they watch you. They don't just hurry up and come get you. They take their time. What made them come get this man within 3 months' time? January, February, March. This is April. 4 months. What took them so long? It seemed like a target that's on Pooh Shiesty. It's something bigger going on than this, man. And if they don't got nobody to testify on these guys, if those guys who supposed to got robbed don't come forward, if Gucci don't come forward, what can they do? How good is that statement that Gucci gave them? We don't know. I haven't seen it. We still ain't. What people seen the statement, but I don't think it's enough to keep this man locked up, especially if nobody come to court and testify. Man, let's go check out some more of this and let's go see what happened at his court today. This is his lawyer, and we definitely gonna see what they talking about, man. And y'all could decide if Pooh Shiesty got action or not. Let's check it out.
Yes, that's all. The only interview You tell me when you guys are ready. Ready?
Would you say your name first real quick?
Yeah, Bradford Cohen, C-O-H-E-N, Sam Zengane, and John Helms.
And any questions, just look straight in the middle.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
So we had a bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what allegedly was witnessed and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night and then nothing happened for 3 months.
Why did it take 3 months? Why did it take 3 months? What were they building up? They had statements already. If this happened, what took them so long and what statements was made to make them come get them 3 months later? Was it some talking that they did on the phone? You know how homies get away and they popping it on them phones. Who knows? Was they phone hot? Did somebody on one of these phones said something or say something to make them come get them? Let's see what's going on.
In addition to that I thought was quite embarrassing was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today?
We definitely haven't seen no pictures, no videos of no firearms. Where did the guns come from? Is this internet talk from the bloggers? Where is the guns? No videos of no guns. Nobody got arrested. Out of all these people that got arrested, we still haven't seen any guns.
Didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence.
So what do they have? Do this seem like, you know what, man, now that I think about it, I think everybody was in a rush to take Gucci's side on this. Where's this $25 million talk come from? Is this a setup to get Pooh Shiesty back in jail because he wanted to get out the contract? And as long as Pooh Shiesty go back to jail, he could make money off whatever money that he gonna make. He released everybody else from his label except Pooh Shiesty, and I believe somebody else. This starting to seem like it's deeper than what we all know.
They have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoop.
We're going to scoop.
They've got only a he said kind of case. No evidence.
Correct.
Is that fair?
Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is it's a he said type of a case. I mean, obviously there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio who says he didn't hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, "Hey, can I get my watches back?" Like, the story is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual. And I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest.
What is your response to the judge saying that, your client still violated the terms of his ankle monitor location?
Sure. Those are all things that are going to be, flushed out.
So that's probably why he didn't get no bond. He violated the terms of his parole, I guess, by, going to a different state with his ankle monitor on. 9 times out of 10, if it's not business, they won't let you move. But I'm pretty sure by him, I don't think he's just going to move. He's still in the halfway house. Why would he? I don't think he's going to break the law like that. He probably was told he could leave, but they not going to bring it up because they want to keep him. They want some money out of him. He's rich. They want to bleed you for your money. They do all successful. Y'all know who they do it to, and get them for their money. It's all this is a money game, and they want some of it.
The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really even going to make that argument. My main thrust of today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually drafted the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand. They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. And that's done quite often in gamesmanship because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand.
Because they don't want him to make a mistake. It's quite obviously they want to get Pooh Shiesty. They want him. They feel like he got off on the last case. They know he still got some money. They watching him spend this bread. They checking all his bank account statements. They checking everything and said, we gonna get us. I'm telling you, these people want money. If he was broke, this wouldn't even be an issue. They want some money.
And be measured by our legal team.
How far away is this from trial?
Oh, who knows? You know, we're going to get discovery. We'll take a look at their discovery. They're going to say it's ongoing. I mean, think about it. They had 3 months to get this stuff. They had 3 months to get warrants. They didn't get warrants that night. They didn't get warrants the next night. They didn't get warrants the next month. They didn't get warrants the month after. They waited 3 months to get warrants on whether or not there's guns, whether or not there's jewelry. How about their cell phones? How about the computers? That gives me great pause when I see a case that takes that long to get warrants, if you believe everything that was said on the evening that it occurs.
Does that have a path out of jail?
Yeah, hold on, let me take one from her because she was trying last time.
Can you say anything about the identity of RD?
Well, that boy got that Sony FX6 out there. I need to give me one of those. That's a good camera. Good camera. I know my cameras are FS6. But what is she saying?
And then you also spoke about a social media post you made.
Correct. So, listen, I don't like when the government puts initials in and everyone takes a guess who they are. We all know who they are, right? I'm not going to say it's this person or that person. That's not my job to do. But certainly there have been media posts of individuals that we suspect were involved in that evening where they're denying that it occurred or they're denying that they're giving statements to the government. I think that's unusual as well because of...
So basically what he said, that they denying that they gave statements. He could be talking about Gucci Mane saying that he denied. I didn't give y'all no statements. I don't know what the hell y'all got. That's not me. That's an initial. Don't say my name. It's my initials. I didn't say nothing. Can that be a case where Gucci Mane said, man, I didn't make no statements. I don't know what they're talking about. Is that who he's talking about?
What the government put forward today seems to negate those statements, but we'll have to see how this all shakes out. Listen, guys, Sam and I have had many, many cases together, right? We just finished a case a couple of years ago in San Francisco on the Cash App murder case. And whenever I talk to individuals, whenever I talk to media, I always say this is not a straight road. It's always a very winding road. So we never know where things are going to take us. We got to look at the evidence as it comes in, and we'll see what's there. I'm just shocked that, you know, when they say there might be video out there, they don't have it. There might be this mystery contract, they don't have it. Oh, they were at Staples, you know, making copies. It's just a total guess.
Where's the video of the father at Staples making the copy? Man, if they slipped up on this and make this big a mistake, they in trouble. This seemed like somebody that was just thirsty to move. Because if you don't have no evidence, Gucci Mane said, I didn't make no statement. Now he's saying that if that's who they talking about right here. And he's not going to corroborate. And the officer that was there didn't see anything. He wasn't in the room. Then what they got on Pooh Shiesty?
So, like, we're not here to guess. I'm here to look at the evidence, to weigh the evidence, and to make the best decision based on that evidence.
Your client just stays in detention until what?
Yeah, currently he'll stay in detention. We'll get discovery. We'll start going through that. There's going to be several motions that we're going to file, obviously, in the next couple of weeks. But that'll all come out, and we'll give copies to everybody.
So did the feds even interview?
Look at my man.
Did the feds even interview any of the people yet? Any of the alleged victims?
So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have...
Wow, that's crazy. So they haven't got any statements from the victims yet, but they got future dates to give statements, but they got these cats locked up. And remind you, that's a YouTuber or a TikTok. That's somebody out there with a cell phone that's filming, getting content. He asked a good question. Have the feds interview any of the victims?
No idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities.
So they haven't gave a statement yet. What the hell is going on here? So what's going on here, man?
He never made a statement as of now?
Not to the FBI, but that evening it appears from the material that they produced and from the agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening, but since that evening has not given another statement.
All right, so he said that RD, which is Gucci initials, haven't gave a statement to the feds, but gave a statement, I believe, to the police that evening. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think, man? I think that this is a plot to get Pooh Shiesty, man. That's who they want. That's who they want. That's who they've been trying to get. One thing they hate is when they arrest you and they think they got you and you get off. I think he was facing life before. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me in the comment section. And they don't like that. They don't like when they think they got you and you get off, because they want to be known for when you go here, you're done. That's what they known for. And if they slip up like this and he get away again, it's going to make a mockery out of these guys. So I think they're going to try to stick it to him. But if he's able to walk out of this, man, he need to change his circle up, change his crew up, and get everybody around him on a professional level. It's Compton Rick Robert, Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.